All coverage on Adriana's lingerie line has just been phenomenal, just absolutely incredible. And of course, the spring fashion news is out of this world. Sweetheart, you keep resting, okay? I'll be right back.
Dorian.
Marty?
I want you to meet a colleague of mine. This is Dr. Nathan Cushing. Dr. Cushing, this is Dr. Dorian Lord.
Good to meet you, Doctor.
Thank you. Good to meet you. I've heard of your reputation in cardiology. You're here to consult on my niece?
Yes, I am. I owe Dr. Saybrooke a favor, and she's called in her chips.
Whatever reason you're here, I'm very grateful. Do you think you can help save my niece?
I hope so. And if anybody can do it, Dr. Cushing can.
I used to be chief of staff at this hospital, so why don't you tell me what your prognosis is?
Well, the infection in Blair's heart is very serious, but if she's strong enough, I can help her beat it.
Well, if you're talking about strength of character, she certainly has that. And if that's what it's going to take, she's going to make a full recovery. Blair's going to be just fine. Marty, why are you involved in Blair's case? There is no love lost between the two of you, and of course you have that horrific past history with Todd.
Yes. Dorian, I know you're used to dealing with people who have ulterior motives. I'm not one of them.
Could I be picking up on a sense of guilt you're feeling for having gotten Spencer exonerated?
This is about Blair. She has 2 innocent children who stand to lose their mother. And after watching my son survive the death of his father, if I can help spare Star and Jack from going through that, I will. And you know what? At the end of the day, if I have ulterior motives or not, does it really matter if he can help her?
Well?
I wish that I had better news. I've examined Blair, and I've reviewed the history of her treatment.
And?
Well, the hospital has done everything right. They've already begun the drug protocol that I pioneered. She should be responding.
And why isn't she?
I'm afraid that we're too late. I mean, Blair is very, very weak, and the infection is it's too strong.
Are you saying she's dying? You were supposed to bring somebody in to help, and you bring this defeatist?
I'm sorry, Dorian.
Save your apologies for Blair's children.
All right, Spencer. I know you really can't help Blair. You're just trying to torture me. No happy endings for Todd, right?
All right, Todd, just go
I don't
ahead
think
and
so.
do it. Just go ahead and do it. You'll never find out where your kid is. I swear to God, you need me alive, and you know it. Face it, Manning. You are powerless.
Oh, Todd. Do it. End that bastard's miserable life. Go ahead, Todd. Cut his throat, and then we can watch him bleed to death.
Yeah, Todd, go ahead, do it, man. Come on, what are you waiting for? Do it!
Tell me where my son is.
He's lying if he says he knows. And if you kill him, you'll know that you're protecting your children. And you could be the first man in history to be executed twice.
Sounds to me like somebody's still pissed off about being left standing at the altar. Go ahead, Todd, make your kids orphans. Do it, man, do it.
Todd, if something should happen to you and to Blair, I promise you I will raise those children. They won't have their parents, but they will want for nothing else. Kill him!
I'm not gonna leave Blair or the kids alone, ever.
hadn't come along, you'd be running from the law again.
I thought you said this hotshot cardiologist was on his way. Is that right?
Oh, he's here. According to him, Blair's in very bad shape. She hasn't got the strength to survive.
Like hell.
I agree. Why don't we go enlighten the guy?
Look, I mean, I've thought about this an awful lot, okay? And it's not as simple as it seems. Clint, I loved you for a very long time. And so I don't really know if what's going on with me right now is something new or if it's a memory, something familiar.
I understand that, because I was wondering the same thing.
You were?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not dismissing it, though, because we've certainly spent plenty of time together since we were divorced, and this has never come up before, right? So I think it does mean something. Just don't know what.
So where does that leave us?
I can't answer that until you tell me, are you with Dorian or not?
Is this him?
Yes, this is Dr. Cushing. Dr. Cushing, this is Todd Manning, the publisher of The Sun, also father of Blair's 2 children.
I'm sorry for what you're going through.
Yeah, whatever. I understand you told Dorian that you think Blair is too weak to pull through. Is that a fact?
Look, I understand why this is difficult for you to accept.
Well, I won't accept it because it's a lie. God, I can't believe this guy. This is Marty's big-time friend, some quack who blames patients.
Excuse me, Mr. Manning, I don't blame anyone. But the irrefutable fact is Miss Kramer is deteriorating rapidly. By the time the infection was caught, it was already too severe to control.
So why don't you change the medication or increase her dose?
With all due respect, Dr. Lord, it is not that easy. Now, look, I'm sorry, but right now it's up to Blair.
Todd, where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to thank Marty for her wonderful help.
There's absolutely nothing you can do.
I'm going to continue to monitor her, of course, and I'll make sure that she's comfortable. But beyond that, it's really, it's Blair's best bet to have her family and her friends rally around her. You know, let her know that she's needed. Medically, there's not much more to be done. But, for what it's worth, I've seen love work miracles. Right now, it's up to Blair.
I am not with Dorian. On the other hand, I'd be lying if I said that everything between us was resolved. I don't know where she and I stand.
Okay.
But nowadays, I find it hard to look at you and see only the mother of my children. And for me, at least, it's much more than just an old familiar feeling.
That's very nice. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna go see Blair.
I'll walk up there with you if you don't mind.
Of course I don't mind.